The Altar of
So there's nothing.
Dementia in the Ocean's Rock Cave. I mean, I guess we can also do a bit of golf here, but like, ow. Really?
Here, let me close off these extras that I don't need open still.
I can't
And I will
believe I beat
check.
an entire game in like 2 sittings.
I believe it.
Yeah, playing through the game blind, and I beat the whole thing in like 6 hours, technically less. And got both endings.
I believe it.
To be fair, when the game gives you effectively an infinite duration invisibility, and you can just run through enemies, kind of takes out the challenge, plus magic and health regeneration. I didn't really have to try. The endings are cute, though. For the record, we are recording. I'm not sure if you caught on to that. So if you want to chat
I did.
and stuff with the audience, we have a lot of mimics.
I have a question for you.
What
Do you have a need for soap?
do I have the who what?
Soap.
I don't have a need for soap. I think you mentioned that you wanted me to make soap. I have soap. Don't particularly need it.
Okay. Wait. So if you used the key, you would have just gotten the key back.
Yeah. Oh, also, after you left last episode, check out Monica's health. It's at max.
Wait, what?
Monica is at maximum health.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently 255 is the max. I gave her... What's the math? Like 30 or 40 apples?
Well, then I guess you can start doing what's the max.
Or I can let them sit in my inventory. For no actual good reason. Have fun.
I can give you a good reason to not let them sit in your inventory.
They'll go bad.
Well, your inventory space fills up.
Okay, I'm listening. That's a fair point.
That's it. There doesn't really need to be more.
That's about it, yeah. The inventory will fill up. It's like, okay. I hear ya.
That's bad. After all, you still need to make better Ride stuff, right? Well, once you have the parts.
I think the ride part will be fine. We'll be fine with monster transformation, except maybe there might be another boss fight again. Where monster transformation will be a bit slow. But we have, I mean, the, like, double whatever thingy. And in, what is this now, chapter 6? In chapter 7, when we take all those ton more pictures that we can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we
Will
get
any
all
of
those...
them increase the size of your inventory?
What's up?
Will any of them increase the size of your inventory?
No. There's one more upgrade and it affects monster transformations again.
What is it?
I think it's like double attack power.
Neat.
At photography, like level 8, or whatever the next level up is.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Gotcha.
Yeah, photography upgrade. Yay! Abs, 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 abs!
Oh, yeah. See those abs
Oh gosh, a nice lady with good abs. I have to tell you, I'm weak.
Yeah. I wish I could read them. Oh, hey, level up.
Yeah! It's now level 32 with... Okay, I think the stats are the same. It's now level 32. It should be able to go through Chapter 7 easily if we make it go up to level 76. I hate the idea of having to do another episode of grinding. But if we do have to, we're getting the experience coin.
Yeah, I agree. One way or another, we'd be getting an experience coin.
All of that for 2 cheeses.
I don't know if I would trust cheese that I found in a poisoned chest.
No, just the chest was poisoned. The cheese was fine. To be fair, isn't there a type of cheese that has, like, a soft poison to it that people just love?
I hope not.
No, that's right. Blue cheese has, like, rot or something. It's a mold. That's what people like about blue cheese.
So which way is the way to the secret exit?
This one.
Oh, yeah.
This has the star stuff in front. Move to Venecio. Would you like to move to Venecio?
Not really. I mean, it definitely looks like it'd be a little too tropical for my tastes.
Oh, what? A little too warm? A little too wet?
Well, I don't mind wet, but, I mean, insert comments that would otherwise need to be censored in this sort of video.
I do not do well in the warmth. I like the cold. I often find...
I like the cold.
What's up?
I also like the cold.
I often find when I'm, like, you know, coming back home to my apartment, that my apartment is, like, a good solid 3 or 4 degrees colder than the rest of the building. And it's not like, oh, I have to save on heat or whatever, because the heat is part of my rent. No, it's just simply because I like it to be a bit colder.
Me too. I'm
not sure how my cat
often
so often you
read.
reads.
My grandma's place, you know, the temperature there, for whatever reason, kind of that as Fahrenheit, which my grandma doesn't even read, so it's weird. But also, it's just something.
And also I something.
27 degrees.
What's up?
27 degrees for basic room temperature.
Oh, bloody
But
gosh.
what?
Gosh, I start to get warm if it's like above 5 degrees. Like, I'll literally be out and about at -10 in, like, you know, like a shirt and like a skirt. Like, t-shirt and a skirt.
I mean, it also depends a bit on the wind chill, but yeah.
It depends on the wind chill, but I'm talking about a -10 day with no wind.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no. So,
But like 30-degree weather now.
yeah, gosh, what was that last year, I think, where we had that giant heat wave? It got hotter in BC than it's ever been in all of Canada, ever. Well, in recorded history, at least.
Yeah. Do you need resurrection powder?
No, but I'm sure if I get it, I'll be able to use it. Why?
It's the first year speeder reward for the school.
Alright, fine. I'll try the speeder.
I'm just letting you know if that's something that you want.
It's something that I don't really think about until I need it, and then it's too late. What I want to know is, where's the monster who drops the key?
It's a tortoise.
It's a what?
It's a tortoise.
Did I already get the key?
No. Did you?
Apparently not. Except none of these dots on the map are blinking. Whee!
There it is. It's blinking.
Way down there. Yeah, let's go up here for a second. That was refreshing. There was just something nice. What's up?
Did you already get the geostone thing?
I mean, I don't see a geostone. I didn't get the geostone.
You didn't?
No.
But where is it?
I mean, that is a fair question, but it's not here. We can see all of the dots on the map. There's no pink. It is weird that there's two things in that hallway and then nothing in the room behind it. I wonder what, like, the programming is to, like, evenly distribute all the dots and stuff.
Oh.
Also, I realized I don't actually have to go grocery shopping tomorrow because next week, as of time of recording, is the... Oh yeah, look, no geostone. No geostones on these floors.
Oh.
Right, because next week, March the 1st, is the first Tuesday of the month. So I can save my shopping for then.
Cool.
You
Clear
do...
without healing.
That should be easy.
What? Anyways, obviously you didn't clear the last one, so you didn't do speed up. So
Nah.
that's okay. I would say this one also not worth it. 5 treasure chest keys. Then the second reward is 3 chill stones, and then the repeating reward is 5 soap.
Oh, well, we could always use that soap. Hey, look, I got some chill stones. Okay, that name is just rude. And why are you being stunned and pushed towards me? That doesn't make sense. It should... Being attacked should push you, you know, backwards. Like, push you back away from the attack, not push you towards me. It's just based on, like, the direction that you're facing or something. I won't be able to tell because you're always facing me. Oh. Yeah, now I'm low-key, good on games for, what, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Now I just need to worry about Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I think Thursdays are now, Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I could definitely spend a few hours playing that. Poison. Not a big deal. Hey, it's a falcon! I hear they've got quite a kick.
I heard them talking about their punch.
What, their fruit juice? No, that stuff's terrible. Yes, hello, kitty. Are you like curling up on the footrest all the time because you're like cold and you don't know what you're supposed to do about it, or because you actually realize that this is a good way to be close to me?
I think it's because she likes feet.
No, because you curl up on there when I don't have my feet up. Hey, meow meow.
Meow meow.
It feels so weird that I have just like this living creature just like here. Like I can barely take care of myself, and yet this creature's survival like depends on me. Also, it is kind of cool that if I do just like wind up dying, then the cat will just like eat me.
You find that cool?
Oh yeah, totally. No need for a funeral.
No need for a funeral or for weddings.
Hey. Oh god. Speaking of weddings, I've had like plans for my wedding for like the longest time. I want to do a play. I want to do like a wedding play.
And not telling anyone that it's actually a wedding.
Maybe, I don't know.
But like a play that has a wedding in it, and you and your partner play the roles of the people who are getting married, and then only
Like, and then like actually get married. No, it'd be like a whole thing. Come and see our like wedding play, whatever. It's like a stage performance. A whole big show about it, because weddings are generally, you know, same old boring stuff. People fall asleep, whatever. I want to do something fun, something exciting, something, you know, different.
Well, the only thing I have to say about that is only if it includes the sword fight.
Potentially. Ah, I like this. Snake! So my voice is cracked.
Shaking.
It has no reason to be afraid.
Like
Wait, does it? Kisses! I'm just very curious here. Nope, just the dragon. I was hoping there'd be like an actual like name this sea dragon. It would be really interesting if it was actually friendly with this. Speaking of bosses and having weird quirks and stuff, the bosses of Sword of the Necromancer, when you encounter them during the like campaign, they say something, but in like a weird text, like a weird script. So I don't know what they say, and like I've been that whole game and gone the like almost new game plus thing done, and gotten like the DLC done, and I still don't know what those bosses say.
Oh.
Although I do think it's pretty awesome that after encountering one of them, I realized that they were the 5 stages of grief.
So the first one was anger?
No, denial.
Right, yes. The second one was anger.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Because that first boss, if it closes its eye, you can't hurt it. Because it's in denial.
Sounds like an opposite of the was it the dumbest creature in the universe? I forget what the actual name of it is, and I always forget what the name of it is. But it's the thing where if you can't see it, it can't see you. And thus the best defense against it, and when it's the most deadly creature in the universe, is to put a towel over your head.
Okay, is that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Because at first I was thinking Doctor Who, but that sounds like Hitchhiker's Guide. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Doctor Who should do a crossover. Or a collab, that's it. They should do a collab at some point.
Didn't Douglas Adams like die?
I don't know, but considering how old Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is, probably. Speaking of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a couple of years back, I was playing Codenames, and like I was the one like giving the like clue, and literally my clue was like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because there were 7 clues out there that were all 7 of them that were points for our team that had something to do with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nice.
And both of the other people on my team had never like seen it. So they got 0 of them. There was like outer space. There was like depressed robot. There was like improbability. Like there's so many things that had to do with that movie. Even if you've just seen the movie, they were in the movie, and they got none of them.
That makes me sad.
And then afterwards, one of them's like, "Oh yeah, no, I've totally seen the movie. I just didn't get any of them because I don't know why." It's like,
I thought you could only say one word as your clue.
at least the way we were playing it, you could also say a title.
Okay. Please tell me that the number 42 was not one of the clues.
I don't think it actually was, but it might have been something similar to that.
Because seriously, if 42 was on there, like, and was one of the ones, and they didn't get that from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like seriously, that is the one thing everyone knows about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The number 42.
Yeah. I wish I had taken a picture of it so I could like go back and see exactly what the clues were. So I have a feeling that it was something like 42 on there.
Significant number.
Like maybe that, I don't know. You ever just play Codenames and be the one giving out the clues and just say some randomly high number just in the hopes that your telepathy finally kicks in and your teammates just get them? Just get the right things. Just like, Forest 8. And like, just watch your teammates try to figure out what the heck you mean with that. Party games are alright. Whee! Yeah, due to, you know, COVID and stuff, I haven't been able to, like, hang out with people for, like, ever. I think we had, like, a hangout session, like, a group hangout session, like, once in the past year. Twice in the past 2 years, because one of those was for my birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah, I always like to do something nice for my birthday, just because a lot of my birthdays have been really dull. So I want to do something good. Like, you know, a couple of years ago, back in, I think it was actually 2019, where I tried to have plans set up for my birthday, and then my gallstone was like, no, you won't. Why did the hospital make me wait in the emergency room for 13 bloody... What's up? Yeah, I took a picture. For 13 bloody hours while they looked at, like, a scan, whatever, that they made me do. Okay, we good. Yeah, I mean, just like sitting there in the emergency room like all bloody day when they could have been like, okay, go home, we'll call you when we have your results in. Because the end... Okay, so sitting there... Gosh, I went in with pain on the night before my birthday. Had an appointment to go in for a scan on the morning of my birthday. What am I doing? Trying to remember everything. Oh, right, little lap. Yeah, had an appointment to go in for a scan on the morning of my birthday. So I had to drink that, like, weird yogurt stuff and, like, nothing else. You know, the stuff that tastes like rotten yogurt?
Yeah.
I go in, get the scan done, almost throw up. Because that's what happens when I get those scans done, because that contrast stuff is horrible.
Why are you here?
Oh, because after we did those last couple of floors, it should unlock more chests for the future.
Oh.
Yeah, after you left last time, I went and cleared out the chests in the previous 2 areas.
Oh, okay.
I should really just open up a map so I can see for sure where stuff is. In fact... Okay, so it turns out they're all in either the center lab or in lab 4, the green one. But yeah, okay, so... Yeah, I had the contrast, and there was like, okay, now just sit in the emergency waiting room, and we'll let you know when we finish looking through your results. So I was sitting there for literally 12 hours in there, and I'd already been sitting for half an hour in the other place before they finally give me back room, because remember, I'm in pain. This was before I even knew what the pain was from. That's what the scan was for, to figure that out. I just knew I had pain. I brought my Switch, but I couldn't even play on it because the pain was too distracting. And then finally I get brought in, and it's like, I missed my birthday. All I had to eat was like one, like, not quite fast food, but it's like, basically like mall food court food.
Yeah.
Like one small meal that I had out, like, in the Jeep. Because can't be in the hospital. And like one ball of water that I rationed throughout the day. That I brought along. Because, and remember, I hadn't eaten like the night before or that morning before going in. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, you have a gallstone. It's like, so I had to go back to the hospital every day for the next week with a giant IV like stuck in my arm to get this IV done. And I normally have to go into the emergency room again, still in pain, sit there and wait for like, I don't know, half an hour, get seen, sit in the back room for a good maybe 20-30 minutes, and then until the bag is done, then usually another 10 or 20 minutes until someone realizes I'm there. Once I actually sat back there, I hooked up to a bag for a solid hour. And when it's done, it starts beeping. So yeah, that was fun. That was a thing to deal with. And then after that, I had to actually go down to Edmonton for a doctor's appointment. You couldn't do appointments over the internet or over the phone back then. You had to go in person. So I had to book a bus ticket, talk with Aish so I could book a bus thing, make a deal with my dad to hang out there. Guest room's still not finished. I had to sleep on a cot for like 4 days. And then I finally get to the doctor's room, finally get to talk to him. And you know what the plan was for the gallstone in the end, after all of that?
What?
We're not going to do anything about it, but if at some point in your life it flares up and starts hurting you again, let us know, and then we might do something.
The fuck?
Yes! Okay, did I grab 4 things in here? I hope so. I think I had 3 of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably enough. Use on Monica. 68 defense. Max has 76 defense. Max just gets more defense for some reason. Oh yeah. For some reason, I can't move from in here. I guess in like playtesting, someone discovered a really massive glitch involving using the move command in the future, so now they just won't let you do it. Sigh. So yeah, that was something I just had to vent about a little bit because I'm still ticked off on that because that was like the one day of the year where I actually had plans. I was gonna play games with friends and stuff, and that got shafted out to some other time with a smaller group of people because it's hard to get people together when everyone has full-time jobs and goes to college. See, I think in that entire group, everybody has like big full-time jobs, including like the two that are going to college. Okay, I believe this was down here somewhere, right? Yeah. Not a big deal. Oh, right. Blue seal. I thought we fixed that. So, do you have any stories you want to share for story time?
No, I can't tell that story. That's private info about that person. I wouldn't do that. Let's see, I could tell. No, that's not appropriate for this one, though.
What do you think about that? I remembered that I have a fun fact that I learned during all those doctor appointments. I was apparently maybe born with a cyst in my liver. At the very least, I have a cyst in my liver.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's I mean, one doctor out of all the doctors I've seen had said that I was born with a deformed lung. I don't know if that's true or not. If it was, that would explain why I can't breathe properly.
No kidding.
That's in addition to having, like, asthma. They actually got hospitalized for as a baby, apparently. I had to take an emergency helicopter ride when I was a little baby, because that was the only way they could get me to the hospital. Look at what the exits are on the map. That's ridiculous.
That's kind of funny.
Actually, I want to see if we have enough speeder done for that one lady.
What lady?
The lady that you have to do 10 speedos to, like, cure.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you've done at least 10.
So make sure to talk to her before I did any of my speedos. Because it starts counting from, like, the time when you get the mission. But this isn't, like, this isn't Majora's Mask. You don't just have a book in your inventory you can use to check out that stuff. Majora's Mask, by the way, also great game, ahead of its time. People literally took, like, what, 20 years to find some of the glitches in that game.
Some of them, I'm sure, yeah, sure.
Like, the world record for the game now, strictly speaking, you don't even have to finish the first cycle, the Deku cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Because of... Have you heard that whole speedrunning thing for, like, more popular in Ocarina of Time? Where people just write in code and have the game execute it?
Yeah, I mean, that's original task, yes.
I mean, even without being a task, like in real time, like hands on the controller, people can do
I
this.
mean, if you're executing an arbitrary code that you have put in, it's definitely still a task.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Because this is kind of ridiculous and awesome. In uh, old games, specifically, I've seen it in Ocarina of Time for the N64. You can set certain values in the game to be, certain figures. Like, say, pull back a slingshot and the pellet leaves a code, or like the name you put in for your character, like, is a code. And you can make it so the game, you can make a set of, like, code in the game, where the game, like, allows you to, and then have a pointer in the game point to that code you wrote in. So you can, effectively do a bunch of weird, seemingly unrelated stuff, walk through a door, and warp to the end credits. Because you, like, write in the code for the location of the end credits, and then make the pointer for the doorway point to that code you wrote in. So instead of it saying, hey, warp into this random building, it says, hey, warp to this point in code. So people can beat Ocarina of Time, like, half the speed run is actually just the opening. Like, the non-skippable cutscene for the opening. And then, like...
Generally, I found that, speedruns have not really, they don't really appeal so much to me anymore. No. Basically, randomizers. Those are more what I'm into.
Oh, did you see the one with the randomizer with like Twitch chat input of, I think it was A Link to the Past that was done on GDQ?
Yep.
And then of course, was it Let's
Twitch
Play?
Play.
No, Let's Play did the same thing for a charity as well, but with Ocarina of Time. I was there watching it happen live. I don't think I actually wound up donating for anything, but I watched.
I mean, honestly, I think that Ocarina of Time is...
Well done. Like, well used. Well done like a steak. It's... A lot of people know it, a lot of people use it.
The word I was going to say was overrated.
To be fair, it was like one of the first 3D games that came out, and that's why people loved it so much.
Yep. But it's just like, Majora's Mask did everything that, Link to the Past did, but better.
Ocarina of Time, not Link to the Past.
Yes. Yes,
Guys,
you're correct.
if you want to say that Majora's Mask is better than Link to the Past...
Where are you going?
What's up?
Where are you going?
To Palm Springs to see if the lady is all better from her illness.
Oh.
Yeah, Majora's Mask does a lot of stuff right when it comes to a game. Oh shoot, right, there's a fishing contest now. I don't think I can actually talk to her. Only 13 hours to go. I could do another floor and then be over with it. Hello, kid. Sounds good. Oh gosh, have you seen those Majora's Mask randomizers? Those look kind of insane. I kind of want to try one. You. You? Hey, what's up? Okay, in that case, back to Mount Gondor, yes. Defeat all enemies using monster transformation. Well, that... Are you trying to challenge me, game?
That, at least, is possible.
Oh god. I would be up for doing like I think that they have multi-world Majora's Mask randomizers, and that seems interesting.
Honestly, like, here's the thing. I'm definitely far more into Link to the Past. Partly because I'm far more familiar with Link to the Past. Majora's Mask, I've beaten once. And heck, I know the
Same.
first time I played, I was just like,
You have no idea
I,
what's going on.
I mean, there's also the fact that, even with Ocarina of Time, the first time that's what it is. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I had bad first experiences with them because the game glitched on me.
Oh,
Actually made it impossible to progress.
weird. Yeah, I have good first experiences with those games. Well, especially Ocarina of Time, because I had a friend who had it and like had two older brothers, so like they knew like all the stuff about the games. And so we'd hang out and play it all the time. In fact, I didn't actually complete a full playthrough of the game on my own until I was like 16, and decided to just play it on an emulator on a bus ride. And somehow, despite all of my playing of the game back when I was a kid, because I played that game a lot, I still didn't know that Zelda was actually Sheik. Spoilers.
For what, 25-year-old game?
To be fair, it took me like a decade to figure that out, so... And that was just because I was messing around with the emulator. I wasn't actually expecting to find out any lore or anything. But now you see like speedruns of the game and see what's all possible. Like 100% Ocarina of Time with like 3 pauses. It's an 8-hour video, and the last pause is like 2 hours in. They collect everything in the game.
I mean, all I have to say is, I don't know. Like I said, randomizers are more my thing, which, as I understand, I think like a lot of randomizers, weren't done just for the sake of randomizing, but they were meant as sort of a training tool for speedrunning.
Interesting. I do like Pokemon randomizers.
Yeah.
I've tried a couple of Pokemon randomized Nuzlocks, and I've had fun.
You know what we should do? We should try to do a couple of. I think I've mentioned this before. Like this, basically randomized versus, but like not like full game, but like I'm sure we can build up to doing that. But
I mean, I wonder if there's... Yes?
With randomize all Pokemon spawns, and have them randomize moves by type,
Yeah.
and randomize abilities, and then we can just have that as our baseline for anything we do with us. And
I have seen a few like multi-person Pokemon randomizer things. There was a co-op one and a competitive one, and they both seem like they'd be fun to try. If you'd be up for...
I don't mean with linked games. I'm talking about like we just have that as our baseline and just say, I don't know, like the first 6 Pokemon you catch them, and then we just find it out, or put restrictions on it, or stuff like that.
Okay, so the kinds of things that people have been doing. I'm talking more like cage lock or like friend lock, whatever. Where like the games aren't actually linked, but like say
mean, I know what you mean, but we can work our way up to that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd be down for doing a randomized Nuzlocke with you. Sounds interesting.
Which generation?
I'm only really familiar with like 1, 2, 6, and 8.
The problem is I'm most familiar with 3, and to a slightly lesser
I
extent 4.
I have done like the beginning of Gen 3 a couple of times. So I understand like the first gym or two. I don't think I've
Generally, the
ever. No, I've played a bit of Gen 4. I did a little bit on the channel just to get acquainted with it. That's right. I don't think I have played Gen 5 yet or Gen 7. And I don't know how I could randomize Gen 8.
I know that people have done it, so.
Yeah, I know that people have done it. I've seen those videos.
But like say, like we run around the world and we just what was it? And just the first I don't know. Say
I mean,
we limit ourselves to an infinite number of great balls. We go into a fight, we can only catch things with great balls. If we just won't get caught, we just have to choose to give up on it and go fix something else.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like that one YouTube channel that I watch that's like, we randomize our Pokemon and then we catch like 6 Pokemon, then we have a battle against each other with those randomized Pokemon we caught. And that's like the entire channel's just that over and over again.
Yeah, we can try, a little bit of that. Also, it looks like the boss is in a room you technically been through and you just didn't notice them.
Yeah, I see that with the key. Yep, I noticed that.
You've done that a lot this episode.
I mean, if the enemy is too far away, it doesn't like spawn in visually and it doesn't appear on the map. And I'm just trying to like go through and like leave.
But this one you want to finish it because it's
Yeah.
not the transformation of it.
You know, I want to get the medal. The game challenged me. It bet that I couldn't do this with only monster transformations, so now I have to prove it wrong. You understand, of course.
Sure.
Gosh, it's gonna be such a relief when I no longer have to do 4-hour videos for Rune Factory anymore, and I can just like not have to worry about recording 2 hours every day for that. By the way, speaking of that whole IV thing, I still have a little mark in my elbow, from where the IV was put into my skin. And I mean, to be fair, I still have bruises on my thighs from when I went to a convention in Toronto a couple of years ago, and my hotel room was an hour's walk away from the convention hall.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun weekend, though. Because, like, the convention would end for the day at midnight. So I'd walk through the streets of downtown Toronto at midnight, get back to the hotel at, like, 1 a.m., but then, like, it starts again at, like, 6 in the morning or something. So I'd get in at, like, 1 and, like, just pass out, wake up at like 4:30, get myself ready for the day, leave at 5 to get there at 6. And I did it for the whole weekend. No, actually, sorry. I think I woke up at 6:30, left at 7 to get there at 8. Okay. I did sleep for a few hours. Couldn't do laundry, though. There's no laundry services there. But I mean, you know, brush teeth, shower, deodorant. I took steps. You gotta be at least presentable when you're going to a big room with lots and lots of people.
Mm.
And of course, back in 2019, went to a convention with a friend. Went all the way to Vegas for it, and every once in a while, I like try to take a picture of something, and whenever I go to take a picture of something, she'd always just jump in front of the camera.
Aw.
So like half the pictures I have are of her, and the other half are the same pictures but without her in them. It's like, no, I'm trying to take a picture of like this huge crowd of people because I think it'll be statistically like, it would be like relevant later.
Like now, when you take the same photos and like there's nobody or everyone's dead.
Gosh, there were so many people in that room. Gosh,
Wait, who was it that jumped in the way?
my friend.
Uh,
Also,
for some reason, my brain got a little mixed up in there, and I thought you were saying Cinnamon kept jumping in the way.
yeah, I brought Cinnamon down to Vegas for a Magic the Gathering tournament. By the way,
I mean,
this is also like during August. Vegas in August. And the only shoes I had at the time were boots. Like, even in my own apartment, I don't wear socks because I get overheated.
yeah, I rarely wear socks. I just noticed. So
Okay.
it has to do, I think, with the heat and more just like they're too
Texture?
tight on my feet.
Yeah. I'm big on texture stuff as well.
Now, some socks, you throw them on, it's like, oh, that feels so good.
I don't have any socks like
But
that.
still, after a few hours, it's just like, no, I need these off, and I never want to wear socks again.
Yeah, after having autism, you know, all my life and not being able to explain why I don't like certain things, now I can finally explain things to my mom, like, no, I don't like that because it's a texture issue. And then she understands, like, oh, I don't know enough about that to argue with it now. Because it'll always be like, oh, why don't you like that shirt? It's a nice shirt. Like, you like the, like, reference, whatever it is. Like, you know, me being, like, 10 years old. It's, like, some cartoon shirt, whatever. Yeah, I'd wear it. But it's made of, like, starch. It's like, I like the shirt aesthetically. I just don't like wearing it. Do I have pie shots left? No, it's a 7. It's like, yeah, it's a nice shirt to look at, but I don't want to wear it. And you are getting upset that I don't want to wear the shirt that you bought me. That's a big thing with my parents. They'd always put the blame on me. It's like, well, I bought you this, and you're being rude by not wearing it. Anyone else have parents that try to guilt trip them all the time? How about you? Well, that was perfect.
I mean, I have pretty good parents. I mean, I'm not really in contact with my dad much, but things are okay. You know, they've consistently been okay with me and my mom, so.
Well, that's cool. Wow, this
Nice
sucks.
shot.
I try. Of course. Why does it want me to go that way?
It wants to put you on the most direct shot, even if that shot is bad.
Perfect. Or at least, darn well, good enough. And then we go over that and go right down through there. Well, That went fast.
You really need to level up powder that much?
Wait, what? There's a level up powder in here? I was just doing it for sake of golf.
Yeah, that's the reward.
Okay. I don't think I can actually do this. If I had one more shot, I'd feel confident about my abilities. But as it stands, I really don't think so. So instead, I'm just...
Then? Okay.
Drat. I was hoping to at least get,
Okay.
like, down the hallway.
Nah, maybe if you use the albatross.
Plus select button for map.
Slam it hard.
Well, I tried. Oh well, we did the monster wipeout goal. That's all that really matters somehow.
The next floor's goal is ride pod only.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh god. I can't actually get jobs in places with like deep fryers and stuff because it messes with my asthma or something severe, which is odd because asthma is not an issue like 97% of the time. But then I'll be like, you know, go somewhere with a deep fryer and no.
You know, I do understand you on that.
Like, yeah, I'd have to like, I just be all like, hey, can I like, hey, do you need anything from the freezer? Do you want me to like sort the freezer? You want me to do stuff in the freezer? I'll go in there. I don't need a coat. Let me just go in the freezer for like 10 minutes. Let me catch my breath. You have people working out here. Can I just like go in the freezer and count muffins again? Cause that's like part of my job there. I'd like,
Yeah.
cause I was like working like night shift because nobody else would. So it'd be like, oh, we need you to go and get like the pancakes from the freezer. I'd be like, yes, I'll do it. It's like, oh, we need you to like count up all the muffins that we have so we can keep an inventory. It's like, you got it. Parking lot cleanup, that's fine. Gosh, I would work there from, what is it, 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. 8-hour shift there. And then I'd have to get to work at the grocery store, like, just across the parking lot for 8 a.m. until like noon or something, because at least that was only part-time. So I was working like 12 hours a day, and then I'd finally get home and I have to wash both of my uniforms and sleep, and then wake up, put them in the dryer, then sleep again. I didn't have much time for like eating or anything, and yet my stepmom was still saying that she was working more than me because, hey, she has 3 kids that my dad does a lot of work to take care of. How am I feeling? Great. Awesome. Don't take me to a place that has insects.
Make sure you don't have dyslexia.
I might or might not have some sort of dyslexia. I do have... I'm pretty sure I do have some sort of facial blindness because I have a really hard time keeping track of, like, people.
I see.
It's been that way ever since I was a kid. Like, someone would come up to me, it's like, oh, hey, how are you? It's like, how are you doing? And it's like, they know me. It's like, I have never met you before in my life. And then it's like, oh, no, we were together with, like, this event. It's like, oh, I guess that was you. I don't know. Hey, Mina. Welcome to the animal car. View abilities. Kira's heals fully, and we'll sell you clothes for Monica. Buy clothes for Monica! We get a striped dress. Wing boots. Lets you walk normally over slippery floors or muddy floors. Sure, let's buy a new dress. Why not? Spike boots will let you walk over slippery floors. They're heels. Honestly, not bad.
And
Those
panther boots at all.
Those go well together.
They do.
What do you think? The spike boots? Or keep going with the panther?
Yeah. How much experience does the thing have?
Divine Pod. 6835. We can buy the last
What's
core,
up
can we?
for?
Yeah, let's get the core. Where is... He's nowhere around. I think he's actually inside now. But he has a house now, so let's go find him at his house. Go to... Oh, gosh, my head. Go... I'm glad you said only one episode, because all this talking and remembering the past is not doing so well.
Yeah.
It's like throbbing.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping we'll be able to finish the getting the fire crystal, the fire gem.
Not this episode.
Oh, I was really hoping we could.
Next time. On the Dark Chronicle challenge run. Yeah, wait. I want to get a good image of Monica. Yeah! Any last words? Beautiful.